Every man, every profession, and every organization has its own legend to tell. Here you have ours. I am Hippocrates, who took the oath, saying, I will fulfill according to my ability and judgment this oath and this covenant, to consider my principal duty to heal the patient and protect the health of the community without distinction of religion, nation, race, sex, or social class. I am both Asclepius, god of healing in pursuit of immortality with his staff around which a serpent is coiled, and Lokman the wise, father of medicine. I am Avicenna, who used arsenic to soothe the nerves. I am Pierre Fauchard, who wrote the first manual of dentistry, made the first denture, and laid down the theoretical and practical foundations of modern dentistry. I am Dr. Charles Godin, who said, a dentist is like the guard standing watch at the gate of the castle of men, setting off the alarm that heralds that the whole organism is in danger, and the chairman of FDI, who had the genius of establishing the links between teeth and systematic diseases. I am the World Dentists Union, the organization of 1 million dentists in 159 countries, which bears upon its shoulders an entire past, carrying it over to the future under the light of ethical values and in the light of scientific discoveries. The year is 1900 and the venue of the meeting is Paris. Dentists from all over the world found the Fédération Dentaire Internationale, FDI for short, that marks the beginning of an endless process to last for centuries. Professor Dr. Halit Shazi establishes in 1908 the School of Dental Science in Istanbul to begin with, and in 1912 the Professional Organization of the Profession. In 1914, medicine and science shy away from all political tendencies and citizenships. Friendships fostered during Congress meetings shall continue to bring us together in fraternal unity, having a unique objective, regardless of our respective countries or of differences in nationalities. The year 1910 portends the spread of hostilities in Europe. The FDI has to give respite due to the First World War, during which time dentistry studies in Turkey are suspended. The 1920s are years of recovery and redress. FDI holds its first post-war Congress in Madrid. A detailed account of this meeting of FDI is published in the Turkish Dentist magazine. The 8th Congress that the FDI organizes in 1931 in Paris, to which participate 4,000 members from 50 countries, including delegates from the 37 governments and 108 professional organizations, and 2 representatives from the Turkish Dentists Union. The 1930s mark the beginning of a period that heralds the approach of the Second World War. FDI makes a declaration addressed to the general public in which it states that any restriction likely to be imposed by racial, religious, or political considerations will be detrimental to the interests of dentists all over the world, and that FDI makes it its duty to announce this to vouchsafe the interests of all members of the profession. Professor Dr. Alfred Kantarovitz, dentist scientist of Jewish origin, who had immigrated from Germany to Istanbul, contributes greatly to the cause and to the formation of the Turkish dentists up until 1950. The 1950s are the years of modernization and developments. The first issue of International Dentistry sees the light of day. FDI develops links with the World Health Organization. Turkey is represented in the Commission for Military Dentists and Training. The 1960s mark the period during which FDA develops scientific specialization techniques as it evolves into a federation. ERO, the European Regional Organization, is created in 1964. The year 1966 witnesses the participation of Paul Peterson, president of FDI in the 8th Congress of National Dentists. A memorable event takes place in 1972 when the general meetings and the congresses that convened every 5 years merge into the FDI World Dentistry Congress. In 1976, the FDI Dental Health Policies Declaration is issued. The year 1985 is the year in which the TDA, or Turkish Dental Association, is founded, whose objectives are the protection and development of dental and buccal health of the public, as well as of dentists' rights and ethical values in the light of the ethical considerations of Hippocrates and of the FDI. The TDA applies in 1989 for full membership of ERO, the European Regional Organization, approved in 1992, which leads to the general meetings of ERO in 1997 and 2008 respectively, the venue being Istanbul. As of the year 2001, the TDA delegates are given missions in the East European Program Directorate and assigned to committees for dental practice, science, education and communications. And in 2010, for the first time, a TDA delegate is charged with a mission in the FDI Council. The TDA embarks on a new venture and comes up with the proposal that the venue of the Congress, due to take place in 2005, be Istanbul. Well, this happens to be a chronological account of our legend so far. It may be reminiscent of Sisyphus, who was condemned to carry a huge boulder to the summit of the mountain, and no sooner had it reached its objective than it would fall down to its original ground and obliged Sisyphus to resume his perennial task. Gazing into the future, we cannot help but be optimistic about the close-knit and the vibrant FDI community's devotion to the cause in the international exchange of new acquisitions in the field of scientific discoveries by way of congresses held in various parts of the world on diverse subjects. This year it has been the privilege of Istanbul, the capital of continents and cultures of the world, to give expression to the legend of our past by carrying it once again to one of the summits of the scientific world. I welcome you all to the first FDI Congress of a new age taking place here in Istanbul, now in the farthest eastern corner of the West and the farthest western corner of the East.